Well, it's been a long journey since I was having fun on my one wheel one night with my friends. We were just cruising along, and then all of a sudden I fell. And I was injured, could not get up, called the ambulance, and found out I had a broken tibia. Yes, my knee was broken and I was in bad shape.
Well, I'm in the car now. My leg is propped up, and we're heading to the clinic to go see the doctor, and hopefully they'll be able to refer us where we need to go. My knee and my leg is really hurting bad. But I'm in here, so we'll continue the fight. All right, see ya.
So we got a hospital bed for my living room because I couldn't go upstairs.
So I've been thinking about the surgery that's going to be happening tomorrow. And just thinking about the things that could possibly go wrong. But I'm not fearful of that. I know that I'm in good hands and that I'm in the Lord's hands. And I feel pretty confident that everything is going to go okay. And I thank you for all you all's thoughts and prayers for me, and I know that that everything's going to turn out okay. So thanks, guys.
So they connected me with all different kinds of wires and probes, and this is what my leg looked before the surgery. Got my bonnet on, ready for surgery, and this is what they did. Put a nice steel plate and everything. Wrapped my leg up, and I was doing okay.
Well, I'm out of surgery. It's been about 24 hours, and I got some pain in my leg, and I'm waiting on breakfast.
Breakfast was great. They had me hooked up to this brace that basically I had to keep locked all the time, so to keep my legs straight, and especially during sleeping, it was tough. They also had this cuff on my other leg so that I wouldn't get any clots in that leg. It basically massaged my leg all the time. It was pretty cool. My friend Mike and my friend Kiwi came to visit, and my good friend Roger came. It was good to see those guys. Besides the nurses that came in every 3 hours, I had an x-ray taken of my leg and different views of it. I really enjoyed meal times. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner were awesome. Before I could be released to go home, I had to show the physical therapy people that I can climb my stairs. So we set out to do this, and here's how it went. Basically, I figured out that backing up and using one crutch and rail was the easiest way to back up and go up each step. Luckily, I had enough strength in my arms to sort of lift myself up the stairs. But I was able to do it and come down, no problem. And then I wanted to try out to see if I can get in a car, and yes, I could, and that was easy.
We're leaving today. Finally getting out of here. I was in here for too long. No, I was in here for about 5 days with a broken leg, so I'm happy to be leaving. Goodbye, hospital. Yee-hoo. We're out of here. Oh, it feels so good to be home in my own hospital bed, but at least it's mine. And I got all my good stuff next to me, and it feels good to be home.
After I was home and started looking at my leg, I started noticing these bruises. I was like, man, I'm wondering if I got more bruises from my surgery than I did from my fall. But it's healing, and everything is going good. My cat is helping me, and I was doing some animations on my computer, spending the time that way, playing a lot of Scrabble with my wife on our Xbox. But we got out a few times. Being in a wheelchair, I was able to move around the house. I'm doing my PT, or physical therapy, at Duke Health, and they've been great. So I'm looking at my scar. Big old plate right through there. So they got me doing some bicycle work and just taking it easy on the first appointment, and just trying to get the leg moving through the motions. Working it. Trying to work through this. So this is what happens when you break your leg. Wheelchair bound for 12 weeks, 10 weeks. It's just not fun. But I'm getting used to it. So I'm trying to use this wheelchair, and I just got it from the hospital, but it has a turn to the left, which means I basically only have to turn one side. Now, that means that I can't use both my arms. I have to use this arm a lot more stronger. Anyway, I don't know if taking a hospital chair is sometimes going to be kind of a problem. Let's see how this works. So after our struggles with a very heavy steel wheelchair, we went and got an aluminum transport chair. And this is pretty easy for me to get out of my bed and then into this transport chair. Now, I'm able to sort of scoop myself around because I have one leg free. I take off the locks and I can sort of scoot or sort of pull myself along, which is harder than going backwards. But I'm able to do the kind of things I need to do around the house, like let my cat outside. And this is the way I go to work. Going out the door and down the hallway. Now we had a ramp installed that basically had a little entryway ramp that I could go down. And then going down the ramp is kind of fun, but you sort of have to slow yourself down. And we put a little piece of wood so we can get out of the grass and onto the driveway. Now our driveway slopes down, so I have to sort of back up in order to get into my truck area. So I pull out my walker, well, my pack there, pull out my walker, and luckily I have this big truck where I can sort of keep the walker all unfolded. I lock up my chair, fold up the supports there, and now the transport chair is nice and foldable, and it's pretty light too, so I can just pick it up and throw it in the back of my truck. Put my pack in, and then use my walker without putting any weight on my left leg. Get my walker, sit in my truck, and use the seat and the door and my good leg to hoist myself up. Now I can't imagine anybody who's has a broken right leg, because that would be a real problem. But I fold up my walker, get my legs in, close the door, buckle up, and I'm good. One of the nice things where I work, they have ADA transports.
How you doing? I'm an ADA transportation specialist.
For those who are in wheelchairs like me, I need to have a lift van, and so they have this nice hydraulic, or it could be electric, I'm not too sure what it is, but it does a great job.
For me the first time, I am speaking a $2 raise, 17 bucks. I'm ready. Here we go.
Most of these days I've been riding with this fella Christopher Miller. He's been doing a great job and helping me get situated with this wheelchair in the back of the van. Riding in the back of the van is pretty easy, but I like it. Once we arrive at the destination, I roll back onto the ramp and good to go. So this lift has a little stop wall to prevent the wheelchair from going back any further. But Chris is there also to make sure that you're all lined up.
Yeah, have a good day now.
All right, thank you, sir.
If you're talking to someone, I'm Chris Miller.
Chris Miller. All right. Well, thank you, Chris.
All right.
I appreciate it, sir.
All right, Rick.
All right, see you.
So after I get off, I'm back myself up in my transport chair all the way up to where I work. And the outside of the building has these ADA doors, so that I'm able to get in the building pretty easily. But I'm also able to get through most of the doors also. So this is essentially what I got to do in order to keep the leg above my heart.
So I picked up these gloves from Amazon.com, and these are, I don't know, I guess they could be weightlifting gloves, but these are, I don't know if you can see that, but basically they have a nice pad, nice thumb, and then it has these little loops here so that you can pull them off really easily. But these also have a classic Handicapped logo on the back. I don't know. I bought them, I think they were like $24 or something like that. But I tell you, they've been really helping me, you know, wheel around. And then those are the little tabs. I mean, you can sort of pull it right off and hold it up. But great little gloves. And they had pretty good reviews. They have like a little pad right here. That doesn't necessarily. You can see that most of my dirt is like right on the back here, and a lot of wear right here. But so far they're working out really good and great for a wheelchair and for the speed I need. Yeah. Anyway, just wanted to tell you a little bit about these gloves, and hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon. I've been having fun with trying to come up with a little flag for my wheelchair, and I don't know if you can see that, but wheelchair with the little flames going on. So basically I'm in the room where I work. I have a sort of ramp that goes down, and so basically I just sort of slide right on down, and it's a lot of fun going down, and it's pretty easy to get back up, but just want to show you that and let you know what's going on now that I'm back at work. And I'm so happy to be back at work, and it's just being able to do my normal job and stuff like that has been such a blessing. So I just want to let you know what's going on.
Yes, I'm finally in crutches. It's been a long road, let me tell you. One of the things I've found that being on crutches like this is that you have no place to put things. You know, I'm a kind of independent guy, and so I like to walk around, but you know, if I'm trying to carry a drink, like a water bottle, I have to sort of make sure it has like a little loop so I can carry it like this. But sometimes all your drinks and things that you carry don't always have a loop. So what I'm going to show you is a way to get around that. Put my crutches over the side here. And so what I want to do is, essentially when you're walking with a crutch, you have nothing to hold. You can't use your hands, essentially, because you're holding this the whole time. So I looked at this and I said, well, you know, this is kind of a nice little catch area. So I said, well, why don't we put something down there that will hold maybe a drink? So I started looking around, and where my cafeteria is, they have these little soup cups, and you know, you put your soup or whatever you got put right inside there. But I said, you know, I think that this has like a nice little, this has a nice little lip inside here that if I put something down inside there that it won't come out of that little lip. And so what I did is I said, okay, I'm gonna try to mold this around to sit level. And so I'm going to sort of bend it in on one side, come to the other side, bend it halfway through, so I have sort of that kind of thing happening. And now that I have those bends in there, that holds it from coming out. And so then I can take some Scotch tape and or masking tape or whatever you're using to hold that in place. So let's see if I can do this. Big piece of tape. Make sure it's level. Get a good spot. Okay. Now that's not going to come up and down. I might run it around a couple more times with some tape just to give it some strength. Yeah, that should do good. Alright, now I have a water bottle that's probably too tall for that, but if I have like a drink, like a soda bottle, that will fit in there nice. Or like a cup from my cafeteria will fit in there nice. But it's really not going to hold nothing in there very securely. So what I thought of was all we really need is a rubber band. And so by putting the rubber band up around where the drink normally would be, right about there, that means that if I come to a cafeteria and want to hold my drink, basically just need to make sure the rubber band is sort of holding it down, and now it stays where it needs to be, and I can walk without fearing that my drink is going to fall over or it's going to come out of my hand, because that's always been a real big problem. So now it's in my crutch. I can essentially walk where I need to go and get to where I need to go with my drink in my carrier here. So that's what I want to show you, my little invention on with crutches. Something flashing over there. Sounds like my bed is about to explode.